Hello? Aha. For some reason, OBS switched on my microphones. Like it set them all to default when they were not that before. It's fucking weird. Anyway, I'm able to be heard now. I gotta get my drinky drink. But yeah, they do. This is Paya. So I got the teacups first, because they came in a set. And I wanted a fat tiger. And so I scoured the internet to find a singular fat tiger tea pet. I love it so much. His name's Paya. After the tiger companion of one of my OCs. After stream, I have to like take some sort of protein. I'm low on protein today. Today might be a little bit of a cheat day, but try not to cheat that much. I got hummus. I originally didn't like hummus until I started working at the country club and we had to make hummus for a menu item. And of course, like, you have to taste stuff. And so I had to keep tasting the hummus, and I ended up forcing myself to like it. Had hummus. I think it's really good. Like, if you go to the store, do not buy Sabra hummus. That's like the worst kind. The brand I like, it's called Ithaca. Hold on. I just realized, hold on. Hold on. I know you saw me for a second, but the back was coming off of the phone that's being used as a webcam, and it worried me. So I had to look at that. No, I don't want to open Love in Deep Space. Hey, you're gonna... Sorry, I had to... There we go. Sorry. Not the lads. So, lads is too chunky for my tablet because I have Honkai Star Rail on my tablet, and that's mostly what I used to play Honkai Star Rail. It is just so slow on my computer. But it's also... The tablet's also what I use for art. So, There's no room on there. I couldn't put it on my main phone because I used to have Infinity Nikki on there, but I deleted it because I hadn't played it in a while. Like, it was fun. It's just the mobile version was so bad. So I have this phone. It was my old phone before I got my new one. And that had some room. And that has enough room for Love and Deep Space. So I can only play Love and Deep Space on the phone that is currently being used as a webcam. I mean, I could technically do BlueStacks, but the last time I tried to get BlueStacks on my computer, my computer just hates BlueStacks for some reason. All right. I was so focused on my hummus that I completely forgot that I'm supposed to be doing tea. But speaking of hummus, it's actually really easy to make. You don't technically have to buy anything. All it is, there's chickpeas, tahini, which is sesame seed paste, salt, oil, and whatever flavorings you want to add to it. And pop it in like a blender or a food processor, and bam, you got hummus. Actually make it on the salad station because there's an appetizer called the Mediterranean dish, plate, whatever. It was literally just like hummus, vegetables, and like grilled pita. I thought their hummus was way too salty. This is song. Oh. Oh, okay. Leon's theme from Gear Swap. I'll skip it. It's a bit intense. This is fun. Oh wait, this is the wash. I forgot. Hey, go paya. Intense Titan. That's not what I was planning on. sounds like the neighbor's dog has been yelling about something for like the past hour. I have no fucking idea what it could be. And my sweet baby boy is not bugging me because he got him dinner. He was being a bit of a menace earlier. I was just chilling on my bed, and he comes in and just starts biting on the phone cord. I'm like, bro, why are you like this? I could. I don't know. My only explanation is that my cat's a little shit. Need to adjust. Oh, it's 2 by 2 tablespoons. Okay. I thought I was going to. I've already written this one in my book, so I don't need to do it today. Yeah, speak your truth, buddy. Dog was yelling again. Foods. Also trying to cut back on my honey, because I love honey and I love my tea a bit sweet, but like, I probably shouldn't. Mm. I love hummus. But how is everybody today? I didn't really do anything today. I had one of my mac and cheeses and then found out just how much fat it has in it. So, the Special Olympics, oh, that's fun. We're doing, that's fun. Dinner. Ah. It's like, oh, that's awesome. Congratulations and good job. Um, let's see, I worked a little bit on the model I was drawing yesterday. I did a more intense workout because I ate that mac and cheese. And I took a shower. That's all I did. You're supposed to, because they're ableist. I don't know what else to tell you. Because the Special Olympics have been going on for ever. Not forever, obviously, but we actually started by Kennedy's because they didn't know what happened to Rosemary Kennedy, and then when they saw what happened to her, they were like, "This is kind of fucked up," and then they created the Special Olympics. I just have like a bunch of like factoids in my head. I don't really know what to do with them. Um, I mean, a lot of the stuff I know right now is about food because I work in a kitchen, so like obviously. But every so often, a random factoid sneaks out of confinement. I'm really focused on eating all of these vegetables. Good. Or maybe no. Actually went to school for graphic design. This isn't the fridge. Yeah, I went to school for graphic design. And I was pretty damn good at it. No. Because I even got like some sort of award at the trying. No, I was trying to log the hummus I ate, and the way that the app does numbers is weird sometimes. He's continuing his dinners. Yeah, I got like some sort of like award certificate for graphic design for like how good I was at it. I even won like a competition one time. Yeah, it was like for the graduating class. They picked like one student in the major that was like the shining star type thing, and they picked me for the graphic design major. And there's that contest I did where it was called Mockup, where teams of people from each like school with like a graphic design program would get together and compete for like a local business that needed a new logo and stuff. So the competition was for making them like a new logo and having like additional stuff for it, like a website mock-up type thing. My team won one year. I participated three years. I won the second year with my team, of course. We got like a gift card to an art store, like a really nice portfolio thing. It's pretty cool. I still have my design portfolio upstairs in my room. It's like part of your final grade. You had to make like a portfolio and then you submit it for like a portfolio review. Portfolio these nuts. There you are, Nightmare. I was wondering when you were gonna pop in. I was waiting for it. I ended up being a chef because I couldn't get a job as a graphic designer because they needed people with experience. And I couldn't get experience without a job, so I was stuck in like this vicious cycle of how am I supposed to get a job to get experience if they won't hire me if I don't have experience? And then I busted my knee at ZenkaiCon. And then Bark. Yeah. And I had some medical bills and I really needed a job. And so I got a job at my mom's job, which is a grocery store. Don't bust your knee. I wasn't trying to. And then I moved to where I am now to be with my now ex, who still won't fucking Anyway, uh, and then I needed a job. Go put your no. So it's such a stupid injury. It's so stupid. So, if you don't know, ZenkaiCon, the convention center it's in is really fucking weird. Okay, the layout of this convention center, it makes no goddamn sense. So in order to get to like because I was doing the LARP, and which was on the 4th floor, and I just got done doing something on the 1st floor. So I went up to the 2nd floor, and then from the escalator, and then the escalator from the 2nd to 3rd floor was broken, and so people were using it as stairs. What happened was my foot got caught. Like as I was going up the stairs, my foot got caught on the lip of the escalator stair, and I tripped, and then my knee hit the edge of another escalator stair, and I was like, oh man, that hurts, ow. I'm like, oh. But I like still kept on going. I was more worried about my pencil that flew out of my hand and like landed point down into the escalator rubber at the time. But then, so I get off the escalator, and then I walk from the escalator to the which was on one side of the 3rd floor, and I had to walk all the way to the other side of the 3rd floor to get to another set of stairs. But then I was like, oh man, my knee is really hurting. I'm just gonna take the elevator. So I get in the elevator, and I feel like my knee's hurting, and I'm like, am I bleeding? So I look down and I'm bleeding. I'm like, that sucks. I'm gonna ask the GMs at the LARP for a Band-Aid. So then I get out of the 4th floor, out of the elevator. I walk all the way to the door of like where the main GM table was for LARP. Oh, that's deeply. And they were having their like big GM meeting, and I just wanted to like ask for a Band-Aid and to get my purse because I left it up there. And then I knocked on the door, and as soon as they opened it, the like pain finally hit me, and I just started bawling. I was like, oh my gosh. And they're like, what is happening? So they had to call the EMS to look at it, and they're like, oh yeah, this is pretty deep. You gotta go to the hospital to get stitches. And I'm like, oh, that's lovely. And because it was like right on my knee, they didn't want me to bend my knee, because it could like cause it to get worse. So so they were like, yeah, we can't really like have someone drive you there. You gotta, so ambulance. And so I got to the ambulance there, and I got 2 stitches, which by the way, I found out that I'm actually like pretty resistant to like the topical anesthetic that like the shot that they use. So I felt everything. Then putting the stitches on, and it hurts so bad. And then the one GM, Colin, the one GM who went, he didn't like go with me. He went, like he met me at the hospital. because I was staying with someone at a hotel, and uh, I didn't have like a ride, so he went there to like get me back to like the convention center. But then we stopped at Walmart, like the nearby Walmart, to get band-aids. And he convinced me to get the Despicable Me Minion band-aids. And I got back. So you were like, oh man, that's crazy. Well, because of the way escalators are set up, so like a normal stair. Well, let's see. Okay, I gotta go down a little bit. So normal stairs. Oh, I cannot do this right. The normal stairs are like this, where it's just like meets the end. But escalators, they're actually like this because they fold flat like that. So when I fell, my knee hit that part. I know that probably did not make much sense, but yeah, I still have like a little spot on my knee. It's like sort of a scar, but not really. It's like this awkward red spot on my knee from where it hurt. Escalators now. It was funny because from then on, anytime I went to Zenkai, because I went again like the next year, they were like, the people I were with, I stayed with them again the next year, and they're like, okay, we gotta keep Crab from the escalators. Do not let them go on the escalators ever again. And I'm like, okay, it was one time. And then, but like, I also had to like call my mom and tell her what happened because I was still living with my mom and my grandparents. And then when she picked me up from the convention afterwards, she just looked at me and sighed. Yeah, I don't think I've ever lived that down. Because even after like I got the stitches out, I was perfectly fine. My mom and my little brother like, be careful, we're going on an escalator. I'm like, I'm going to throw you. Well, because at the time I didn't need it. I didn't need it at the time. Because it happened the second day, towards like the end of the day. So I was literally only there for what was it? The Sunday. And then like Sunday, I did use the elevator. But yeah, I didn't use the elevators because I didn't need it until I needed it. Is it in both hotels? Oh, really? Nightmare. It's actually not that crazy. I don't know which one of my myriad of problems causes this, but I have no spatial awareness, so I am constantly bumping into things and tripping. And also, don't you come in here saying Crab tripping is crazy when pretty much every stream you tell us how you slipped. I'm calling you out, Nightmare. Whoa. No. Here, will this make you feel better? Let that go. Just do it. Only when it's funny. That's like the kind of comedy. Like, I don't mind using like bad things that have happened, like minor things like tripping at an anime convention, for comedy, because that is objectively funny. Tripping on an escalator at an anime convention where you have to go to the hospital and get 2 stitches is objectively funny. Why are you throwing drinks at me? I mean, at least make it a can of soda or something. Um, that way it can like hit me in the head and maybe kill me. No, I'm not running a marathon. I am never running a marathon. I don't know where you got that idea. One of my ongoing jokes at work is the one dishwasher. He keeps saying like, "Come on, let's go. Like, let's fight." And I'm like, "Dude, I only do duels to the death, and only if I know I'll lose." Wants me to do the 24-hour stream. I mean, technically could do a 24-hour stream. If I do it on a Monday, like I start, like if I start it at 12, like midnight, like 12 midnight Sunday into Monday, and then stream all of Monday until 12 midnight. That would be a 24-hour stream. I could do that. No Nightmare. We could do 999k pints because the crab jail is one of those deli pint containers, the plastic ones. When would you sleep? Anyway. No, like there are ways, because like I've seen a couple subathons where this one streamer I watched did it was like a whole week subathon, and so they were live for the entire week, but like when he needed to sleep, he'd put on like the sleeping stream, like the sleeping screen, where it's just like it was just his model in a bed sleeping, and then it had the game Words on Stream playing. So it kind of gave people something to do if they were still there for some reason. So like if I need to take a nap, I can have my model be Eepin. Use it till the streamer wakes up. But yeah, I could do that. And put on like Kokoro or something, or figure out how to do Words on Stream. Or I could do like the duck game, because I don't technically need my model, because the rubber duck game hates my 3D model. So I could put like a little picture of me Eepin in the corner while the duck game plays, and you guys could just look at ducks. Why do you keep saying? I don't know. uh, but I have said multiple times to my family, especially my mom, when I die, I want to be cremated and then my ashes pressed into like a vinyl record, but only of Vocaloid songs. So, so they'll be like, "Oh, we miss Crab. Let's put on the Crab record," and then it starts going, "Sekai de ichiban no hime sama." And I think that'd be really funny. Alternatively, I want, like, if my family were to give me a gravestone, I want it to be dope, like a cool statue, but then I want them to make that statue a Pokestop in Pokemon Go. Even if I haven't played it in a while. Like somebody with crabs, yeah. But yeah, if I get a headstone, I want it to be a dope statue of something, like, that's out of place, in like a cemetery, and then I want that statue to be a Pokestop, because I think that'd be really funny. My mom said she wants to be cremated and then her ashes spread around Hershey's Chocolate World for some reason. And then my sister says, "I'll just put you in a drawer with a chocolate bar. You won't know the difference." I think about that interaction all the time. Would they even let you do that? Probably not. Oh, my mom really likes she really likes, it's not even in Hershey Park proper. It's outside of Hershey Park, so you don't have to pay to go to Hershey Park to go in this. It's free. And it's a ride where they teach you how they make Hershey's chocolate. Oh, she writes as Love Jesus. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's so funny. But yeah, it's a cute little ride. No, it's not even in Hershey Park itself. It's outside of the park. Chocolate World is like its own separate entity from Hershey Park. Like, it's in the same area, but you don't have to like go into Hershey Park to go to Chocolate World. And my mom really likes Chocolate World. Chocolate World is basically it starts off, you go in, I don't know if they've changed it at all. I don't think they have, because it's been the same for literal years. But you go in, and there are cows singing, "It's milk chocolate, it's milk chocolate." And that's how the ride starts. And then it kind of goes into like the cocoa beans, like where they get the cocoa beans, how they process them, how they make actual chocolate. Like, it's just like an informational, cute little ride it's not like super exciting, and like you're not gonna learn anything new because like we know how they make chocolate. Chocolate World also has like a big gift shop where you could buy whatever Hershey branded thing your heart desires. But yeah, they do have some stuff that you do have to pay for. Like they have like a chocolate bar making thing. Last I remember, like the little Chocolate World ride was free. Like you don't have to pay to do that. But like for any of the like special activities where you like make your own chocolate bar kind of thing, like you do have to pay for. The general area. Okay, so I have opinions on King's Dominion. My hot take is that King's Dominion was better when it was owned by Paramount, and when it got bought by the Cedar Point people, it's not as fun. Because my favorite thing is it. I've never been to Universal. I've been to Disney World and Disneyland. Get a look. But because for those who don't know, at the Disneyland, it was like it was forever ago, dude. It was like right. It was when I was still in college, like 2014, I believe. But for going back to King's Dominion, for those who don't know, King's Dominion was a theme park, right? Well, King's Dominion is a theme park that was originally owned by Paramount, and because it was owned by Paramount, they were allowed to make their rides based on anything that Paramount owned. So there was this one coaster, because I remember when this ride first opened, it was based on the movie The Italian Job, and it had like the iconic Mini Coopers, and then you kind of drive. It's like a coaster that goes through like iconic scenes in the movie where it has like the helicopter shooting at you, but then the helicopter like explodes in quotation marks. And it's very clearly that it's meant to be The Italian Job. There's also like a Tomb Raider ride, and then there was the volcano, which fun story. So fun story about volcano. According to my mom, when she was a kid, like that used to be Smurf Mountain, but then they closed Smurf Mountain, and then they put volcano into the mountain thing. But yeah, the stunt coaster, it used to be the Italian Job experience based on the movie The Italian Job. And then there was also like some other stuff like in the kids section, because there was like a whole like Nickelodeon thing because Nickelodeon was owned by Paramount. There was like these little cars. It was like a kids ride for cars, and it was based on Rugrats. And so like they had like Tommy Pickles and Angelica, and you could drive around the little city. Yeah, and then they also had like Looney Tunes. And then they had like this show where like you could get slimed. It was a whole thing. But then Paramount sold King's Dominion to the Cedar Point Company, which owns all like the Cedar Point, things. Oh yeah, back when it was Paramount, they had one of those like rides where you go through on a track, and then you got like a little like gun, and you could shoot targets. And that was Scooby-Doo themed, because Scooby-Doo was owned by Paramount. So it was like a huge deal. Yeah, there was so much cool stuff, and I really liked it because it was based on things I've seen, like TV and movies and cartoons, and it was really cool. But then King's Dominion got bought by the Cedar Point Company, and so because it wasn't owned by Paramount anymore, they basically had to scrub all movie and TV stuff from the entire park. So like the Italian Job, it's just called like Stunt Coaster, even though it's very clearly supposed to be based on the Italian Job. The Scooby-Doo ride, it's just like Funky Mystery Ride, but like it's very clearly supposed to be Scooby-Doo because of like the aesthetic and like the art style. So it's like it's very clearly supposed to be a property. Yeah, they did they I think, I don't remember if they kept Bubble Gump or not, because they had a restaurant in the park that was the Bubble Gump shrimp restaurant, like from Forrest Gump. I don't remember if they kept that or not. I haven't been in forever. But now King's Dominion is Snoopy themed, because Cedar Point, that company, owns like the right to Snoopy. So like all of the parks owned by Cedar Point.
To the secret
Oh,
lab.
Krabby. No! I'm gonna fight the rain for you. I'm there punching the raindrops like bubbles in that one episode of Powerpuff Girls. Oh, but I'm just talking about King's Dominion. But yeah, I haven't, like the last time I went, I was like, man. Yeah, it was really fun because it was based on movie stuff, but since it got owned by Cedar Point, they had to scrub all of like the fun out of everything. So it's like, yes, it's still the same rides, but it's not as fun because it's not like supposed to be based on a movie or a TV show or something. And that's my rant about King's Dominion. The amusement park near me is actually also owned by Cedar Point. So like there's like a big Snoopy presence. But to answer the question you asked a very long time ago about the difference between Disneyland and Disney World. Disneyland was created first, and Disneyland was originally just like one park with different sections, and then later they added a separate park called California Adventure. That's still technically like Disneyland, and then like in between like the two parks, I forget what it's called, but it's like a shopping area that you don't need to buy tickets to Disney to go shop there. But then when they opened Disney World, they wanted it to be like even better. The Disney Springs, yes, that's what it's called. like I said, it's been forever since I've been there. But Disneyland itself is, it's basically just like Magic Kingdom in Disney World, where it's got like the different sections. But like California Adventure, I think is really cool because each section in California Adventure is based on like a region in California. And also like Radiator Springs from the movie Cars, which is actually really cool. That was actually my one of my favorite parts about going to Disneyland was seeing the Radiator Springs, because I just thought that was really cool. I did get to see Lightning McQueen. I didn't get to like meet him or anything, but I saw him like driving. It was really weird. But it was like really cool because I was born in San Francisco, and so going to like the little San Francisco inspired area was like really cool to me. Especially when they had like this whole like sourdough thing. And I was like, because I was dating someone who lived in California at the time, and I went out to visit him, and I was like, we have to go to the sourdough thing. I want the sourdough thing. Great, which are twice. Ooh, that's not fun. But one of the cool things is they have a Ghirardelli store in like the San Francisco inspired area, and when we were looking around in there, I found out at certain intervals, there's like this backdrop of like the San Francisco skyline, and at certain intervals, like the skyline will shake like it's gonna get earthquake, and I thought that was really cool. But then when they're making Disney World, Disney World is actually like four parks, right? It's 4 parks. I'm losing my mind. It's like 4 completely separate parks that you have to pay like access. Like you could get tickets that you could only go to like 1 park a day, which is silly, but whatever. And it's Magic Kingdom, and the Animal Kingdom, I forget what it's called, Epcot, and then I want to say MGM Studios. I don't think that's what it's called anymore. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've been to either Disney park. And they went completely overboard with planning Disney World, where there's like tunnels underneath the park so that the employees don't have to like walk through the park to get to where they're working. They could go into the tunnels, and then like they just kind of pop up where they need to be. And then Animal Kingdom, it's what you think it is. There's lots of animals there. I don't know what else to say. The MGM Studios, I still don't know if that's what it's called now. That's like your very movie-based one. When I went there, they had a ride that was based on Aerosmith, which is weird, but whatever. And then Epcot, we only went to Epcot because I begged my dad and my stepmom, like, I want to go to Epcot. And they were like, oh my god, fine, we'll go to fucking Epcot. So we went to Epcot, and No one had fun but me. I liked Epcot. They're all weenies. Epcot is they have like in the middle where the Epcot ball is, it's very like science based. Like a science technology thing, and then they have like the country thing, like as like a ring where you can like visit each country's pavilion and learn about the country. But to tell you how old I was, in the Norway section, they had a ride that was just like generic Viking themed. And then many years later, Frozen came out, and I'm pretty sure that they converted that ride into a Frozen themed ride because it's based on like Norway or I don't remember. I think let's see. Hershey Park is exactly what you think it is. It is a theme park based around Hershey. Like I don't know how else to describe it. It's also been a while since I've been there. Like I don't know anything new. The only thing I can clearly remember about Hershey Park is there's somewhere in the park, I don't know if it's still there, where it's like a live show where they have these hunky guys dressed as milkmen, and then they sing about milk and how like Hershey syrup. Yeah. That is literally the only thing I could tell you about Hershey Park. The hunky milkmen who sang about milk and Hershey's chocolate syrup. And they sing a rendition of YMCA, but it's MILK. They try to be wrong. I don't know. But that's the only thing I can remember about Hershey Park. I also think Hershey Park is the first time I ever saw Cinnamoroll, because it's either Hershey Park or King's Dominion, where they were these socks with Cinnamoroll on them, and that was the first time I ever saw Cinnamoroll, and I was like, he's my favorite now. And then I learned that he's not that popular, and so it took me years until he started getting merch in the States. Trying to think of other. The only other like big theme park I've been to is Dollywood. You know, the theme park in Tennessee based on country music superstar Dolly Parton. It's actually a really nice park. But the fact it exists is very funny to me. And then there's Busch Gardens, which I've talked about a bunch before. But like I grew up next to one of them, so I'm a bit biased about which one's my favorite. Even though I haven't been to that particular Busch Gardens in forever. I think the last time I went was when I was spending time with my dad during the summer, and he got me like this it was kind of like the season pass, but like for like the summer. I think that was like the last time I've been there. But yeah, Dollywood was interesting. Like it's like your basic like theme park kind of. And then but like each part is like related to Dolly Parton in some way. Um, I remember the two things I remember about Dollywood is my sister and I were waiting a really long time for this ride. It was like one of those dark room rides, you know, where it's like you're in a car and it falls on a track and like things happen around you. And it was like based on firefighters or something. And the people in front of us are like, "Oh, we're locals. We love this ride. It's so fun." Blah 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 blah. And then we waited like an hour to ride this ride. Um, I mean that might be an exaggeration. I was like, I don't know, 12. But my sister and I finally get on the ride and we ride it, and then we get off. We're like, we waited an hour for that. What the hell? Like it wasn't as good as the people made it sound. So we were like, we waited an hour for that. There was like a really fun coaster. It was like crazy with all these twists and turns and stuff. The only thing is, well, I guess it's kind of a good thing, but like it was a really fast ride. Like you were on there for like a minute max, and then you got off. I mean, this is all exaggeration. And then they had like a train that kind of went around uh, the park, like a lot of parks do. But they asked me and my cousin if we wanted to ride in the engine, because they had like a special seat, and then they'd ask like it's like, hey, you want to come sit up in the engine and see how we run it? And I was like, yeah, sure. And then plot twist of the century, my cousin, who is a month older than me, he really fucking loves trains. He did not go. He did not come with me. I'm like, dude, were you a fake train fan? I didn't say that because I was like 12, but I was so disappointed because I was like, oh, I would have this fun bonding experience with my cousin, who really likes trains, and we're gonna ride in the train engine together. And he said no. I was so mad. And I was like, fine, I'll go sit in the engine by myself. And I did, and it was cool. Um, I love like remembering the things that have happened, but like with the lens of how I am now. There's no way I would have said any of that as a kid, but like now I'm so scrappy. I am constantly ready to fight at any moment now. This dog is really yelling. Jesus Christ. He's still yelling his little heart out. Oh, yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious. Probably not gonna. Pablo. Is that the name of your potato? Oh, I don't think you've seen it yet, Gumo, but At work, my coworker found an eggplant with a very like it's an interesting looking eggplant. Um, and I thought it'd be really funny to add eyes and a mouth on it. So enjoy. My coworker slash manager named him Eduardo. So here's Eduardo the eggplant. Enjoy. I know, isn't it great? It's always take the trash out. Oh, you're fine. I was just showing off the eggplant Eduardo that we found at work. And all his glory. We always get very excited when we find like an oddly shaped produce. Typically it's tomatoes. I don't know what it is, but tomatoes are really good at like getting like fucked up.
How do locomotives know where they're going? Lots of training.
Fuck, that was good. Especially heirloom tomatoes. Heirloom tomatoes, because they're not like bred to be a certain shape, they get so freaking weird. Oh, there's the boy. It's the boy. Oh, and so on. Okay. It's the baby. I love that boy. Even know him, man. He's laying on his box right now. Rhyme Boy Salsa. The music is actually from a song called The Watermelon Song by Tennessee Ernie Ford. That song, I fucking love that song. It is one of my favorite songs of all time because it is so unhinged. The Watermelon Song is about a man who finds a watermelon laying in the field unattended. It's a nice ripe watermelon. And then this man proceeds to become increasingly obsessed with this particular watermelon to the point where like he's even like, I love my girlfriend and all, but this fucking watermelon, dude. And then he triumphantly goes and returns with the watermelon. And then the song ends. And the best part is that as he becomes increasingly more obsessed with the watermelon, the song just feels more frantic. Because at first he's all normal, and then he's like going like the watermelon, yeah, the watermelon hanging on the vine. This man is like losing his marbles over this watermelon. He's like, I don't want anything else in life besides this watermelon. And he can't continue his life until he gets that watermelon. And it's so funny. But in between the verses and like at the beginning, it goes doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, like the song from the Crime Boy. It typically only does 2 rounds of that, but the animation was longer. So I just spliced in another round of the and also because it was Luna's idea to do the song, but I only know about the song because my mom has a knack for finding some of the absolutely most unhinged songs. Like when we were driving, I think we were driving home from the cruise. There was a song about this guy who was driving, and he sees this car. It's supposed I guess it's like some sort of shitty car. And he has like a nice car. He sees this car behind him, and so he speeds up. But then the shitty car is speeding up as well, and he's like, he just keeps speeding up, and then the shitty car keeps speeding up, and it's catching up to him. And then the shitty car finally catches up to him, and he's like, "Hey," the driver's like, "Hey, how do I stop this thing?" But the song, like the Watermelon song, gets increasingly intense as it goes on. I have to text her and ask her what that song is because it's bizarre. She also told me about a song where the chorus goes, "Before the wolf eats your grandma, give that wolf a banana." I'll just leave you guys with that information. There was another song she had where it was like the entire song is, I guess, it like trucker slang that they use on the radios. I had no idea what that song is about. Excuse me? Yeah, I don't know. There's also another comedy musician that I know of because of my grandparents, which are my mom's parents. His name is Ray Stevens. And he has like a couple songs that I remember. The one I remember most is about him. It's supposed to be like an anecdote from his childhood where he caught a squirrel, and that he was visiting his grandma, and then he caught a squirrel, and then when he took it to church with him, and then the squirrel escaped and was like running all over people, and people thought they were like getting what's it called? Like a revival, but it was just a squirrel running around the church. That's a fun song. I think there's also a song that's like entirely like rubber chickens. Like there's no words, it's just the sound of a rubber chicken. Oh, that dog is yelling. He's yelling. A poor baby. But I asked a friend who knows Mix It Up better than me how to do the daily redeem and Mix It Up. So then I need to like figure out how to combine the quote function where it pulls like a random thing from a list, which I need to make that list. That's gonna take a bit. And then add it on to a thing that like keeps track of how many like check-ins you've done. Ninja Sex Party. We tried to seduce a mermaid with pizza. Yeah. Yeah, that's about the same level of absurdity. The difference is, the songs, like a lot of the ones my mom has, they're from like the 60s and 70s. So like we've had decades of people releasing really weird songs. Cause like I would say like Ray Stevens is like a precursor to Weird Al. You know what I mean? Like when Weird Al does not like a parody song, but like one of his original songs, like Albuquerque. That's like the same level of absurdity that like a Ray Stevens songs is. Probably not gonna get to my other tea. I mean, maybe. Remember that song? Albuquerque. Dang. Alright, I think we're gonna do... Oh, close no cigar. That's a good one. Alright, I think I'm gonna do a BRB so I can use the restroom. And, do something else. My brain can't work for the moment. So, we will be right back. while I was waiting for my wrap thing to heat up, I threw the stuff in here. I don't know if this mix will work, but find out. I am also at my budget of the day for carbs and fats. I'm trying to think how much is in this. Say it's like 12. It's hot. But it just came out of the microwave, so. Those dogs are yelling. I have to turn up my sounds all the way. My sleeping sounds. They keep yelling. Like, I get it. Dogs are dogs. I drew on my headband. Because I didn't buy it specifically for the cruise. I bought it for a trip I went with a friend to Ocean City. Not Ocean City, Atlantic City. I didn't want to bother anyone else in the room with my sleep sounds. But it came in really handy on the cruise because my mom, of course, really loudly. It's one of those like eye mask / headphones, but it's Bluetooth, so it doesn't have a cord. I actually used to have one that was corded, and I don't know how I did not suffocate myself because the cord, because I guess I flip a lot in my sleep. Because I'd wake up like tangled in that cord. Oh yeah, I don't have to worry about that now. So, speaking of sleeping and moving in my sleep, so I've been wearing my watch to sleep, so it can track like how I sleep. And today I looked at it, and there is a spot, like a point in time, where there's just no data. And I'm like, what the fuck? Did I fucking die or something and come back to life? But I think what happened was, I have some other bracelets, and I think my Palestine one slipped underneath, because it did like stick underneath it. It like got underneath like that, and it like disrupted the tracker, and then I guess it kind of knocked itself out of the way enough so that it could track me again. But I was looking at it like, what the fuck happened? Did I die? But no, it was just the tracker wasn't reading it, because when I take it off and like hold it, you see like this green light start flashing at the bottom, and that's like how it gets like your heart rate and everything. Oh my gosh, those dogs are barking. Yeah. But my watch pissed me off earlier because I was going to do my Miku boxing, and I started it on. Oh, you can hear the dogs? Oh my gosh. Yeah, this microphone isn't as good as the one I usually use. Because it's meant for like mobile phones. And the other one I have is like a more like professional quality. So, yeah, the filtering isn't that great. But it was just a way for me to have a microphone that didn't need to be plugged into my computer. Because my other one's plugged in with a USB. Like, I do have the old USB microphone, but like, I have no way of connecting it. Inside they're inside. That's why you can hear them. Hopefully my better mic and the better filters will not be so loud. Cause like I don't think you can hear when Len yells at me during my normal streams. Unfortunately, it's just gonna have to be like this because I'm very limited on what kind of microphones I use for the T stream. Because again, I have to use like a wireless thing. So yeah. Maybe the day I eventually get a new computer, I could take the old one downstairs. Tracy, yeah. But I could take the old computer downstairs and get like. I do have a TV upstairs I'm not using. I could use that as like a monitor. Or get like a cheap monitor. Or just use the plug in the downstairs TV. And that way I can use a better mic. But yeah, you tell them. But that's gonna have to wait till I get a better computer. Which is probably going to be a while until that can happen. Yeah, later down the line. Like I did. Because if you look at my throne, it does look like there is like some money towards it. That was me putting money towards it so I don't spend it. But because we're like they're starting to give us back our hours a little bit. But until like the summer season, I'm not going to be making as much money. Like they've given us more hours because we are starting to get busier, but rent still costs money, you know? Oh my gosh. All right. Let me throw this away. Yeah, you tell him. All right. Time to try this tea. Ooh, it's purple. I did put butterfly pea flower in it, so. No, that's the neighbor's dogs. They have been yelling and howling the entire time. Scratch that, the entire day. I have heard them yelling. I don't know what they're yelling about. Part of me wants to go over and be like, hey, are you? No. I just have Len. My one cat. Technically only allowed to have one cat for my lease. But, I don't think a dog would be a good thing for me to have because of my work schedule. Because I'm at work a lot and I wouldn't be able to like let the dog go outside. Like, I love dogs. Like, don't get me wrong, I love dogs. Because I don't think a dog is very good for me to have. Because I don't think I could give it the care that it needs. Which is why I was really confused when the former sous chef that went to Ohio, he got a puppy. And I was like, bro, why did you get a puppy? You're barely home. And he literally had to pay the one lady that works with us that does a lot of like entering the recipes in the databases, stuff like that, like computer work. He literally paid her to go like to his house and like let the dogs like walk the dogs for him because he had to be at work all the time. And I'm like, bro, why get a dog if you can't take care of it? And then he was complaining like the dog liked the lady more than him. I'm like, yeah, because the lady like feeds your dog and takes it out on walks. And he got like another one. He had like 2 Frenchies, and I'm like, you could barely take care of one. You have to have someone else help you take care of your dogs. That's why I like having a cat, because especially an old cat, because he's pretty low maintenance. Like, I just have to like keep an eye on his litter, keep an eye on his water, keep an eye on his food, snuggle him, give him lots of lovins, lots of kisses. I give him lots of, and he's pretty chill. Mostly just sleeps the whole time. Occasionally he gets like zoomies and then he like runs up and down the stairs, and I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Sometimes he naughties and bites the cords, but most of the time he's a pretty good boy. He's just a little baby. You're just a little baby. Yeah. He's laying on his box. He has a variety of boxes. He chooses to lay on the one my scale came in because it's like flat. And he's like laying on top of it. You know, I think we need a little chaos. Still raining. Boo. I'll fight it. I'll fight the raindrops. Oh my gosh. It was raining for a couple days. Rain is interesting because if it's been summoned, yes, the googly eyes have returned. I just felt like a little chaos towards the end of the stream. But like if the day starts off rainy and then continues to rain, then it's not super busy at work because like for lunch because all the golfers don't go out and play. However, if it's clear and then it starts raining, what happens is they all come inside and then order food, and it's a mess. East Coast for like 3 days. Yeah, it wasn't like super rainy. It was just like sprinkles for us. This tea is okay. It's not like fantastic. My gosh. Picture is, I mean, we did have like a little bit of rain, so like we probably didn't get like the outskirts of the rain powder, whatever it's called. So, like we did get some rain, but like not a lot. I'm trying to have a nice, relaxing stream. Actually, I can't say that when I have the googly eyes on. My bad, dog. I can't say I'm trying to have a nice, relaxing stream when I have googly eyes on. God, I can't wait to have point redeems. I'm gonna have all sorts of things. I don't know what I'm gonna have yet exactly, but it's gonna be fun. Chaos has been summoned. Yeah, I figured why not? Because I like the googly eyes. I think they're so funny. I think we should start putting googly eyes on everything. starting to feel a little bad for these dogs. Yeah. They're alone. I don't know. I mean, I haven't like left the house today. Usually on my day off, I don't leave my house. Like, I leave my house all the other days. So why do I need to leave on my days off? Like, obviously, if I have something to do, like, I mean, I think they might be actually, because like if the neighbors are home, they probably would have been yelling at the dogs to be quiet. Or they could just be in there with headphones on and I can't hear them. No. My ass be lazy. Yeah, exactly. I work hard the other days of the week, so I should be able to relax a little bit on the 2 days I have off. Especially when we have the nights where we only have like 4 tables on the books, like for reservations. And then they all come in at the same time. They all order at the same time. And then they all get fired at the same time. It's like, why can't you spread them out? And then the old sous chef would be like, oh, it's only 4 tickets. Like, yeah, it's 4 tickets that all came in at once. And then they're all complaining that it's taking too long when they don't. They give you only 2. Yeah. For a while, it was only 1. Only Monday. Because we didn't have enough people. But now that we have like a good sized team, people have a 2 days off a week now. Yeah. Drive me insane. But yeah, I was working on the PNG tuber. I got the body done, like the liner anyway. Since I got like the main components of the face done, I'm gonna start doing the rest of the body. So I got like the liner for the body done. It's not too bad because it's it's Wednesday through Sunday, and then I work, the times vary, but let's see, tomorrow I go in at 2, and then Thursday I go in at 2 till close, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday I go in at 1 until close. And it's typically about like, when I go in at 2, it's about 7 hours. And then when I go in at 1, it's like 8 hours. Although on Sunday, I had like almost 10 hours. I don't know how that happened. I mean, we didn't leave until late for some reason. We were all like taking our time cleaning, I guess. So we all didn't get out until like 10. But yeah, like I've actually been short hours for the past while. Because the winter, like when the golf courses are closed, that's like when it's really slow. Like we don't have a lot of like, because we don't have golfers, we don't have people coming in for lunch, and then we also just don't have people coming in for dinner. And I guess because like a lot of them are old, and then they go down and live in, I guess, Florida or something for the winter, and then they come back. But then summer, we've got the golf courses opening, so we get more for lunch. After Memorial Day, they open up the pool. They open up the outdoor seating. So like during the winter fall months, like after they close the golf courts, our busiest day will have like 50 some people. But during the summer, our busy days will have like 100 something people in a night. Because there's just more people coming to the club. But apparently they bought like this portable pizza oven, like a wood fire pizza oven, and they're gonna have it at one of the outdoor like eating places, and it's supposed to help us not get slammed for lunch and dinner, I think. Because the way our main kitchen works is not only are we feeding the dining room, we're also making food for the lounge, which is like bar food. And in the summer, we have one outdoor area like added on, and then we had another outdoor area. But they're having the pizza oven at the second outdoor area, and that's supposed to help us not be so busy. So we'll have like 5 different areas. Oh no, 6, because the men's locker lounge has its own thing. So we'll have like 6 different places, all coming from one kitchen. And then they try to have menus for them. Like for the one outdoor area that's open for lunch, it's a limited menu. It's not the same as like if they come in and ate indoors. But then like they just let them order whatever they want. So it's like, what's the point of having separate menus if you're just gonna let them order whatever they want? And like they'll ask for fries when fries aren't on the outdoor menu, because before they would have people actually out there cooking the food and like didn't have a fryer out there. But then they just decided to close the outdoor area, like the outdoor kitchen thing, just not have people out there. So then it's coming from inside. They're like, well, for the bar, you know what I mean? Yeah, cocktails. Yeah, I hate the men's locker lounge. Right now, the men's locker lounge, not only are they able to get anything off of the normal menu, but they have items that are special added on. So at dinner time, they can order, well, I guess at lunch too, they can order anything off the lunch menu from like the inside the dining room and the locker lounge. And then they also have 3 things that are specific for the locker lounge. So it's like it's so frustrating because like they could just order anything and then they have more stuff added on top of all the stuff we already have. And when we have to keep this stuff, and then they order a lot of it. And so while we're trying to do like 5 tickets for the dining room, these people will come in the locker lounge and order like 4 orders of wings. And I'm like, well, this should be the last cup. Oh, that's dark purple. Oh, fuck, I'm purple. I think about that meme a lot. And it's also kind of silly because like we have the menu and then in the dining room, but like if a member just wants to order like a hamburger, they're just like, yeah, sure. It's like hamburgers and cheeseburgers aren't on the menu, but okay, whatever. And then we have like these grown adult rich people ordering chicken tenders and fries. Like, sure, they don't care that it's like $20 or actually don't know how much it is. But it's like, it's ridiculously expensive for chicken fingers and fries. Or the one that confuses me the most is when they order grilled cheese. Like, you're gonna go to a country club and order a grilled cheese. You're gonna order like a $12 grilled cheese. And it's not even like a fancy grilled cheese. It's a regular ass grilled cheese with white bread and American cheese. Sometimes they add a tomato in it. It's like, woo. But there's like there's 2 like secret menu items in quotation marks. One is called the putter, and it's basically a grilled cheese with a burger inside of it. So like you get the 2 slices of bread, and then there's American cheese on both slices, and then they cook a burger, and then you just put the burger in between the bread. And it took me like I have been working here for almost 5 years now. And it wasn't until someone mentioned that they should have things named after other types of golf clubs that I realized that the putter is named after a golf club. The putter, I just thought it was some weird fucking name. I didn't realize it was because of the golf club. And in my defense, the other secret menu item that people order is called a war dog, which is not related to golf at all. So I just thought it was some weird fucking name. A war dog is when you get the hot dog, which is, by the way, a regular ass hot dog. It's not like fancy ass hot dog. It is a regular ass hot dog. They kind of cut it down the middle and then grill it, and then they put Oh, it sure did. I try not to charge them until they go completely out. I mean, this one lasted a while. I'm trying to think. What was the last? Yeah, I had to turn on the other one. What was the last thing I said before the mic cut out? Because I might have to explain the nutball again. That's funny. Like, I've been checking the first microphone the entire time, and then the one time I don't is when it dies. Please explain nutball. Okay. So, when I worked in pantry, like the salad station, they were in charge of desserts, and we had this member come in and order a nutball, and no one knew what the fuck that was. We don't know what a nutball is, and so the server had to ask them what they meant. And a nutball is literally a chilled martini glass with a scoop of vanilla ice cream, a single scoop, because that's all it fits in a chilled martini glass, hot fudge on top, and crushed peanuts. And they were convinced that it's like an actual thing, and we're all like, yeah, sure, whatever you say, dude. But yeah, they'd come on and order a nutball, and we were like, that's not a thing. But now we know what you mean. I don't know where they heard this from, but they like gaslit themselves into believing that it's a real thing, and then expected us to know what that was. And we're like, we don't know what the fuck you're talking about. We don't know what a nutball is. And then we had this one family. Their kid was convinced that he was allergic to nuts. And one night we had a dessert that was made with cashews, and I know cashews technically not a nut. It's like a fruit thing. I don't know. We considered it a nut for allergy purposes. So we were like, hey, because they ordered it, the cashew, and then underneath it, nut allergy. And I know this kid is not allergic to nuts, and I'll explain why. So I was like, hey, can you tell them that the cashew dessert is made with cashews? And then they were like, oh yeah, sure. And then we get a cancellation ticket for the cashew dessert. And then we get a ticket rung in for an ice cream with Gold Brick with the nuts strained out of it. Gold Brick is a specific like ice cream topping. It's like Magic Shell, but it has like pecan pieces in it. If you're allergic to nuts, you cannot eat Gold Brick. It is like straining the nuts out of it doesn't make it allergy friendly, because there's literally nuts inside of it. And this kid believed he had a nut allergy, and then would ask us to strain the nuts out of the Gold Brick all the time. That's why I knew this kid didn't have a nut allergy. And then they ordered the cashew dessert. We explained cashews are nuts, and then they ordered in the ice cream with the nut topping with the nut strained out of it. And we're like, whatever, we're not gonna touch this. And of course the kid ate it, and the kid's not allergic because he's not fucking allergic to nuts. Surprisingly, he doesn't order it anymore. I just think this kid did not like nuts, and then just told his parents that he's allergic, and his parents like believed him, or like they just believed that he was allergic because he didn't like nuts. But now like the kid is like he's actually been ordering like really like differently, because before it was like the little kid things. It was either a fillet with mashed potatoes, like just mashed potatoes, no sauce, or a cheeseburger with no LTO. But like the past couple times like he's ordered like an actual entree with no modifications. I think like grew into his palate, I guess. All right. Okay, now that the tea is finished, we can raid out. Is he? Let's roll. I know Roy is live. He never shows up. All right, so we're gonna raid into Roy. There's the raid message. But thank you guys for watching. Tomorrow I will be attempting to get caught up in HSR story. I don't know how to talk anymore. I might have to do like a little explainer because I did do some of the story off stream, but it's fine. It's whatever. It's not that much. And then Friday, it will depend on whether or not work kicks my ass. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!